Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mods 9. Another action-packed episode is in store for you today. Last episode we got some amazing stuff done and my to-do list today is pretty extensive. I also made a massive mistake and a massive boo-boo, so thank you for saying in the comment section what that mistake was. Yeah, I appreciate the comments, and as always, keep those coming in. Also a big thank you to YouTube members and Patreons, but let's jump in and get started. Oakley dokley. Well, every good episode starts with a look at the pocket computer and we're going to load list program. There we go. Yeah, we want to load the list. I prepared this earlier and here we go. 7 things on our list. I cannot reiterate enough how amazing to-do lists are. They help keep you focused and help keep your head in the game. Because if you're anything like me, you get crazy distracted. So here we go. Number 1, show you guys the new stuff. So after we ended last episode, I built a few more iron farms, only 3 more because I don't have many villagers yet, and I set them up over here in what looks like a pretty cool terrarium. So I kind of thought, well, these villagers are going to get a bit bored, stuck in there with a zombie, making iron golems all day, so to brighten up their lives, I put some lapis blocks behind them, and I don't know, maybe they appreciate that. It's a nice little aquarium for them. If they swam. A terrarium, right, a land aquarium. And as of this version of All the Mods 9, there aren't really many pipe options in the mod, and because we've got infinite iron from our iron farms over here, I figured why not just use hoppers as pipes, because they are basically vanilla pipes. So all of these hoppers now feed down to this chest, and if I look inside, oh yeah, loads and loads of iron. Grab some of that. So what you'll see here as well is that these hoppers kind of look a little bit ugly. They're exposed, and as anybody, hello Mr. Iron Golem, as anybody will tell you, it's kind of nice to hide your machinery if you can spare the time. And this Minecraft series is all about the looks, all about aesthetics. So what we can do is we can use something called facades. But these require something called a cable anchor, and that requires Certus knives, ingots, whatever. I don't really have time to mess around with that. But what we do have, and what we can do, is make some trapdoors. Trapdoors are actually a great way for you to hide anything. I mean, I got the idea because I basically use trapdoors to box in my flower beds because I want to hide the coarse dirt. Well, with trapdoors like this, boom, we can now hide those ugly hoppers. Great tip. But that's about it. That's the only thing I've done between episodes, so we can cross off that from the to-do list. Boom, new stuff complete. Right, yeah, now, so here we go. Smith backpack. Last episode, I made a massive boo-boo. You can see on my back there, I have the backpack, but yeah, basically I did it wrong. When I upgraded my backpack, I failed to read the tooltips correctly, so basically take a look. So yeah, there's a very specific way you're supposed to upgrade your traveler's backpack. Look at this. It even says in the tooltip, use leather as template and combine with leather tier traveler's backpack in smithing table. Okay. So we're gonna need to make a smithing table to upgrade our backpack. Now, I've made us a backpack to replace our one that vanished. But I think I'm also going to get rid of all these tools and things because my pack is getting pretty congested there. And I know a lot of you guys at home hate it when people have full backpacks. So there we go, just the important stuff now on our bars. So we're going to need a smithing table. I didn't actually find one of these in the village, but that's okay because they're not too hard to make. Acacia planks, or any old planks I think will do, and some iron ingots, which, hey, guess what? We got like a ton of them. So into place these go, we get the smithing table. Amazing, and we're going to keep this down here with the rest of our, like, you know, ad hoc tools. In fact, actually, what we can do is we can double our space here by basically putting the cutting board we have on top of the smithing table instead of a piece of cobblestone. That's going to give us much more space. Boom, and we can still use the smithing table, so that's great. So, okay, right, how do we do this? Man, those iron golems are pretty loud. I'm going to need a muffler. So we put the backpack there, the iron tier upgrade on the right, and it also says use leather as template. So we have some leather somewhere, I reckon. There we go, came in handy. With the leather on the left, the backpack in the middle, the iron upgrade there, and boom, we've done it. Okay, amazing. So how much bigger is this? Ooh, okay, yeah, quite a lot more space in here. Pretty cool. Now, 8 is the key to open the backpack, but that doesn't seem to work. Maybe we have to be wearing it, so it can be in the curio section. Where's the back? Is it body? No. That's weird. So it says slot back, but in the curio section there is not a back slot. What's happened there? Why is that happened? That is very curious, and in the meantime I still have the visuals of my old backpack as well. Crazy. Well, we'll try and diagnose that problem between episodes, because this looks like a pretty wacky bug. Anyway, I reckon we can cross that off the list because the backpack has been taken care of. We know how to upgrade it now, and the rest of it's just a bug, a quirk. Number 3, iron everything. Right, yeah, so absolutely, because we've got so much iron, why isn't everything we have iron? So a cool tip for you guys, and also thank you for this in the comments section, if you make an iron pickaxe, you can automatically upgrade it to a Silent Gear Tools iron pickaxe by just putting it in the crafting bench. That's really cool. And also, now that our pickaxe is iron, we want to get rid of this crude stone monstrosity and upgrade our repair kit to have iron in it. Now, I'm not quite sure how you do this, because at the moment, aha, I see, right, so a repair kit can store multiple different materials. Interesting. So let's try and drain it of all of the stone first. And why not do that with a little bit of a mini mining trip? I might find something valuable, might find something cool. Either way, we can continue to dig our massive tunnel down here all the way to the bottom. Oh wait, I'm just gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab some torches from upside. There we go, torches in my right hand, pick in my left. Let's waste some durability. And gather some things we might need later. Like, why not zinc? That could come in handy. Now, create is something we are going to go into. You guys may have remembered that, well, basically my player house is something I designed in a creative world and had my builder build legit. And basically what I've done is I've designed a whole create workshop and loaded it as a blueprint in Minecolonies. And that's going to be next episode, but I can't wait to have the builder build the create workshop. It's going to be great, and so consequently, I'm going to need this zinc for create. Oh yeah, now I remember, this is a pretty deadly zone. But luckily enough, we're full iron tier now with the sword. I reckon it's, time for round 2. Now I'm not going to dig iron ore because, well, we got infinite of it and I'm never going to need any more. But certainly silver could come in handy. There's some resonating ore. Not quite sure if I need that. Oh my god, it needs a diamond pick though. So the coast looks mostly clear. I can see some red dots on the map. They could become a problem. I'm going to grab copper because some mod packs have actually started using vanilla copper, so it could come in handy. Dimensional shard ore. That sounds pretty cool too. Might be cool to find some new dimensions. Grab up some zinc for sure. Oh, and a block of raw zinc. I think that's good. Deep slate silver. Hello, yes. Platinum ore. Oh, now this requires a diamond pick. You know what, actually? Maybe this episode we might find our first diamonds. Because this cave goes pretty frickin' deep. Okay, so I've upped the brightness slightly because I think every time I update my game, every time I update my all the mods version, it resets my brightness back to 50%, so apologies for that. It's back in business now. Osmium, hello. So this is weird. Osmium is here, but I don't think Mechanism is in the pack yet. But we'll grab it for the day that Osmium comes. Oh man, this is a great mining trip, and this is a frickin' fantastic chasm. Let's grab this gold. Now, even though our backpack doesn't work as we want it to, we can still manually open it on the hotbar and still use this as like a good dump for stuff. There we go. Okay, let's keep it going. And I'm going to gather, because I've got the storage space now, basically everything that looks like it might come in handy at some point. Uranite could be useful one day. Bought ore. I don't know what bought ore is, but it's from Silent Gear, so why not? So as always, your comments inspire me, instruct me, and, well, you guys are amazing and very knowledgeable. If there's any ores that you see me picking up that you know the use for, that you think maybe I don't, let me know in the comment section. Like, for example, what is bought ore good for? And also lead. What can we do with lead in this mod pack? There we go. We used a lot of the stone now, so this isn't going to take long to get rid of all of this durability. But you know what? I'm not going to go home until I found diamonds, and this chasm is so huge. This is a massive spelunky cave that, you know, I reckon we stand a good chance of finding it. Oh man, so if you're a fan of Star Wars, the new Ahsoka episodes have aired, and I haven't watched them yet because I'm waiting to, oh hello, watch them with my partner. But if you have watched them, let me know what you think. I don't want any spoilers, but is it good? Is it worth checking out? I'm a massive Star Wars nerd, and I've seen basically everything that is Star Wars. So I'm going to watch it regardless, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. Ooh, whoa, okay. Instant upgrade to our iron sword. Get in there. And what's in here? Compressed iron chest plate. Is this better than what we've got on? Yeah, you know what? I think it is. So we'll equip that. I've kind of neglected going exploring and gathering loot in the box of eternal closure. I've kind of skipped going around and grabbing loot because I've been so focused on getting my farm set up that looting and exploring just seems like, well, for one, it seems a little bit cheaty. Some of the stuff that you find out in the world is crazy powerful. But also, this series is about all the mods and primarily working on our farm. Ooh, big old landslide there. While I do plan to go exploring at some point, it's going to come down the line when I've got a jetpack, probably some kind of glider. So what does suck big time right now is that I don't have any diamonds yet. Like, I really did hope I was going to find some diamonds pretty quick. Diamonds are emissive. Emissive means they glow. And basically shaders often will let you make vanilla ores glow. And you can see a representation of that. The iron glows, and the lapis up there glows, and the copper glows. Modded ores don't glow. That's just a quirk of shaders. Who is that? Oh, it's a witch. But because diamond is vanilla, it should glow. It should be emissive. So it will be hard to miss. And down here, we're at Y minus something crazy. Minus like 30, 40. So we're well within the range for diamonds. Oh, whoa, look at this deep, deep drop. Yeah, if we don't find diamonds down here, I don't know where we're going to find diamonds. Let's just use our stone pick to make a nice way down here. Aha, hello, look at it, my friend, diamonds, hooray! The first diamond of the series. When I went to All the Mods 8, basically by episode 6, I had all the modium. Whereas in this series, we're taking it at a bit of a slower pace. So we've only got, I guess, 1 diamond. There you go. But you know what? I kind of wouldn't have it any other way. I really do like the slow pace of this series, taking things slow and not rushing anything. Minecraft should never be rushed. We're not speedrunning here. We're making sure to enjoy the journey. So I did make a promise I wasn't going home until I had a diamond. And I've got a diamond, so it's a long climb up. Let's get going. Wait, what is that? What am I looking at there? That's so weird. Oh, I think it was a visual glitch. Anyway, I'll see you guys topside. So iron everything we can kind of write off from the list now. Everything we have is iron or better. We've got a really cool sword now, the Ender. And our iron pickaxe is iron, and our crude repair kit uses iron to repair. Full iron. Man, that was a really good trip though. Check it out. 1 diamond, loads and loads of redstone as well. Not to mention zinc, tin, silver, osmium, yellowite. Silver, prosperity ore, dimensional shards, gold as well, 42 gold. That we can straight away, using the ore hammer, double. Bam. Now, of course, we're going to need to smelt this in the jumbo furnace, which brings me on to... Wait, okay. So with the to-do list, we're going to skip the botany pots and go straight to the jumbo furnace, because you guys in the comment section told me exactly how I can upgrade the jumbo furnace. So basically, there's slots here for fuel, slots here for the ingredients that you want smelted. This is the result, but down here, this mystery slot. Well, it shall no longer remain a mystery. This is basically where you upgrade your jumbo furnace. Now, this is a jumbo furnace block. We make this by smelting in the jumbo furnace furnaces. Okay, well, let's make some. There should be cobble in the null. Let's get cracking. Boom, 64 furnaces. So if we smelt the furnaces, what's going to happen? 27 makes a jumbo furnace. Let's see if this works. Oh, it has, yeah, and it's used exactly 27. So if I put this now down in the bottom, has this upgraded it? Now it does seem to me to be going faster. Maybe you guys at home can measure it. And what is this used for, the jumbo furnace? This can be placed in the upgrade slot of a jumbo furnace to increase the number of recipes it can smelt per cooking cycle. But as it says, it doesn't increase the speed, but it increases how many different things you can smelt at the same time. I'm not sure if more jumbo furnaces mean more recipes, but let's try and find out. So let's get that ore hammer out, put it to work. Okay, so here is an array of dusts: zinc, copper, gold, and tin. And let's see what comes out per cooking cycle. So at the moment we've got one jumbo furnace in there. And we get 2 zinc. Okay, what happens if we put another jumbo furnace in there? 5. Okay, 3. So these do stack. Well, let's get as many jumbo furnaces in here as we can manage. Boom. Okay, now let's see what happens when we put in some zinc, tin, gold, and copper. Six. Okay, I mean, it's still very good. It takes, yeah, it's still 6 times as quick as a normal furnace. Unfortunately though, it looks like it drains 6 times the fuel as well. There we go, planks for days. Not the most efficient source of fuel, but it works for now. And we can always look into alternatives later. Yeah, it's actually not draining it too quick. So in with the remainder of the dust, and we're just going to leave this to brew. So another item crossed off the to-do list. That's 5, upgrade the jumbo. Now we're going to backtrack and check on the botany pots. Okay, so the moment of truth. You just saw how many logs we have. Absolutely loads. The oak one gets you apples here and there, but not very commonly. It's not a reliable source of apples. Over here we have loads of wheat. Amazing. I might turn some of that into bread, actually. You know what, I could really use a crafting table on a stick. It's not too hard to make, let's get one. So with the crafting table on a stick, you have crafting at your disposal no matter where you are. It doesn't have to take up an inventory slot along the bottom because you can actually put it into your curios and it becomes a curio slot. Oh no. Oh no, oh no! I've just discovered the back slot. It's where the whoopee cushion is. Why? But the whoopee cushion goes in your head. Why was it there? That is very, very, very weird. Anyway, I've gotten distracted. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, I was thinking about a crafting table on a stick, and I was doing that because I wanted to make some bread with the wheat. But anyway, the most important pots to check are going to be these hopper ones that have our inferium in. And yeah, look at this. A very nice amount of inferium essence. Looted and booted. Now we'll put these back in the chest because we don't have a use for them yet. Oh, but you know what though? Actually, that gives me a great idea. Now that we have basically infinite iron, we can make loads more hopper botany pots. We can also use hoppers as like pipes from the different pots down to these front chests. So how about we stagger these pots and just have them like climbing, like stairs, and the pipes that pull them all the way down to the bottom pot. That sounds like a really good idea because I think we're probably going to be ready to go to tier 2 Inferium seeds. So let's do that. So here we go, we're going to get some more clay cooking in the jumbo. Take out those bars. And you guys also mentioned that I was a massive fool as well. I don't need the cutting board to turn clay back into balls. All I need to do is put it on the floor and dig it. Once again, a bit of a mishap by me, but you know what? Luckily enough, I have you guys around to keep me in check. Oh, this is so much easier. And we'll cook these into bricks as well for more plant pots. And that should be us good to go. This is a mammoth amount, but I'll show you what I mean now when I place down these pots, because I think this is going to become very, very, very juicy. So we're going to move the carrots and the wheat from over here on the right, because we want to make sure this whole section is dedicated to the different tiers of Inferium. So how are we going to do this? First off, we need to clear our workspace. It's going to make things much easier, and I can always replace these hedges. So chests here, and basically we do everything one layer back and one layer higher. Okay, that's all the chests and all the hopper pots down. Now we need to plug in the hoppers, and the way we do this is basically, yeah, the hopper has to look at the chest it's going into. So hold down shift, point at the chest, and boom, there we go. Comes from that chest into the next one. Let's keep it going. There we go, very basic. Without pipes, there's not much else we can do. Maybe I'll replace these with pipes later on, but you know what, vanilla hoppers, they're fine. I've heard some people say they're actually pretty laggy, especially in modded, so don't rely on them too much as pipes. But for now, they do work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to plug all of these with Inferium seeds for now, so we get the maximum yield of Inferium essence. And we'll come back and revisit this idea later, once we've got some more diamonds and had a better think about how we want to apply mystical agriculture. Because this is not the mystical agriculture episode, I just figured we'd do this. Okay, there we go. Every single pot now full with the proper farmland, the proper seeds. We've got one extra. Whoops. And yeah, this all should get going in the background. Very, very, very exciting. And the Inferium essence should trickle down all the way from the top through these chests and hoppers into the bottom. Let's just make sure none of it's getting stuck. No, looks great to me so far. So very fire and forget. Let's leave that to brew. Now we can cross that off our list. Check on the pots. Boom. Animal feeding. Okay, this is going to be a big one. We've got to go and feed our animals. We're going to use farming for blockheads to do it, and I'm going to show you exactly how we make the feeding trough. Now it's golden carrots, hay bales, and planks, and hay bales were what was holding us back before. Luckily enough, not an issue now because we've got loads and loads and loads of wheat. But here we go, enough for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam, 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 bam. Now, before we actually put down the feeding trough, what I'm going to do is bring our animals into their new pen. Come on, boys. Now let's just bring them this way. It shouldn't be too hard because the farm is very close. Come on, lads, with me. Come on. Oh, these fences, man, cows are a real pain, you know that? And I don't want to lose my wheat from my hand, so we're going to use our fists. It's painful to watch, I know, to dig this cobblestone wall so that we don't lose the focus of the cows. Here we go, yeah. Okay, ladies, come with me. I've got a wheat with your name on it. So I was testing out the feeding trough from Farming for Blockheads, and there are some peculiarities with it. For one, it doesn't seem to work if you only have 2 animals. So if you're at home and planning to make a feeding trough like I am, Do make sure that you get, I think probably 4 is a good number of sheep or cows or whatever to start with, because for some reason they don't breed if you have only 2 in the pen. There we go. Oh, now one did get away. So long, pal. You are allowed your freedom. This is the one guy that escaped, and for his ingenuity, I'm going to let him roam free. You are free to go off into the wilds and get savaged by zombies and skeletons. But here we go. We've got cows in one pen and sheep in the other. Let's put down the feeding trough and I'll show you guys exactly how this works. You can use multiple feeding troughs, and sometimes that's better. It's certainly quicker. So a stack of wheat, we right click and it goes into the feeding trough. Now let's see, is this going to work? Yes! Oh, they've used it, and I do see a little baby calf in there. Amazing! Now there's all kinds of ways you can add wheat back into these feeding troughs, and these feeding troughs do go through quite a lot of wheat. So having some kind of auto farm with maybe like a create deployer might work, something that lets you right click on the feeding trough and put the wheat in it. We'll have to look into ideas for that later, but for now we're just getting the basics set up. Oh, and check this out, that is weird. So the feeding trough has such a big range that it's also impacting the sheep over here in this pen. That is unexpected. So it means that we don't really need more than one feeding trough for both of these guys. In fact, what we could do is put the feeding trough in the wall so that it feeds both pens and looks a bit neater, since they both use the same food. That won't work for pigs, because these guys over here are going to want, well, these imaginary guys are going to want some carrots instead. So I guess we'll leave this as it is, save these feeding troughs for later, because they could come in handy. But yeah, there we go. Animal farming ticked off the list. Boom, and that brings us to our final task of the day. As always, we like to finish an episode with a nice time-lapse build. Because it's been such a big episode though, I'm choosing the smallest building to build now. Basically, if I get the build tool out, you guys are going to see how big our colony is. And real talk, this is not that big. We don't have that much room to maneuver. One way to make this bigger is to build guard towers on the corners. This is going to let us expand the area we can build. So in a perfect world, what we would be doing, like I said, is putting this guard tower on the very corner of our farm, because that way we get the most bang for our buck. Basically, guard towers give you 1 extra chunk per level of the guard tower. So at level 5, a guard tower will give you like 5 chunks in each direction, like a big 5 cube to deal with. But we can't upgrade to level 5 guard towers until the town hall is level 5, so we'll have to stick with level 1 towers for now and slowly upgrade them as we upgrade the colony. Now, like I said, because I don't want this to be in a very ugly spot right in the middle of where we plan to do our farming, I'm going to set it a little bit back, raised up on this little kind of ridge. So here we go. Yeah, I can maneuver this around so it's not going to blow up our farm. And at level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you can see these are pretty cool looking towers. They're not too obtrusive. So I feel more than happy plonking this down. Also, interestingly, check this out. So the Colonial Pack comes with rails, which I think means the Colonial Pack is designed around the idea that your guards can go skidding around your entire colony on a railway system. And that sounds really cool. So this looks to me to be the perfect spot for the guard tower. Let's just actually, hang on a sec, move it over slightly this way. So we're not going to destroy our hovel immediately, because you know what? I'm kind of sentimentally attached to our hovel. It is where we first built our stuff, and I want to keep the hovel alive and around and undestroyed for as long as possible. Level 1 guard towers are always incredibly easy to build. Nothing here looks too vexing, and yeah, I can get basically all of this set up straight away. Anyway, let's go and give the builder the materials he needs and time-lapse this build. So here we go, the barracks tower. Now this is probably the smallest and easiest build you'll do in the colony, and for good reason. You're going to need quite a few of these, especially early on, because every single guard tower can support 1 guard, and you're going to need a lot of guards when raids start happening. Now, guards that are assigned to a guard tower don't actually use a housing space, because these guards basically love their job so much, they live in the guard tower. So I think what I want to do is get a few of these built, and that way I can get loads of you guys in from the Patreon names list from the tavern into roles inside these guard towers. I'm going to need some heroic knights, archers, and maybe some druids. But also, guard towers are probably the easiest building to upgrade to level 5, so putting them on the edges of your colony is actually a really great way to expand the borders. That does mean, though, that we're going to need to get the town hall up to level 5 pretty much as soon as we can. So there you have it, the guard tower has been built. It's very simple, but it's very, very cool. And it looks like, oh yeah, our first soldier is arriving to report for duty. It's Cheesy Reeves. Oh man, look at that commanding mustache. Very cool. I love the new skins and models that all the colonists have. We got a lot done this episode, and I'm pretty chuffed. Next episode, what I want to do, and what I'm pretty excited to start with, is create. We're going to get our builder to build a custom create workshop, one that I've set up and created a schematic for, so he can hit the ground running with that. As always, a massive thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.